Welcome back to Virginia This Morning. We are, as you can tell, live on CBS 6. Our next guest is known for his wonderful visual presentations and delicious food. And we're always happy to have him join us.
My head started spinning there for a second. It's time to enjoy a great second breakfast option or lunch or dinner, courtesy of Executive Chef Ausar AriAnkh. His creamy Tuscan shrimp pasta is on the Virginia This Morning menu today. Ausar, awesome to see you.
Likewise.
This is going to be brunch. It's breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
And, yeah, everything in between.
And an awesome option for today when it's so cool outside.
Yes. All right, Ausar, so where are we going to start with our Tuscan shrimp?
Oh, okay. As I always say, we always start with a nice hot pan, so you know that's normal protocol. And this dish is very simple, as I always say. It has a few ingredients, which is something that's very common in Tuscan cuisine. It's normally just a few ingredients and something that's very economical. So that's how the cuisine started. So here we go. I got some diced onions, and I'm going to add to my nice hot pan. That nice little sizzle we're looking to hear. So,
what kind of oil was in the pan, Ausar?
We had some olive oil in there.
Okay.
Had some olive oil in there. So now I'm going to take my shrimp. I have some 1620 shrimp. And for those who don't know what the 1620 is, it just means that there's 16 to 20 of those shrimp per pound. So I have those cooking on there nicely. Right here, I have this tool. It's called a garlic press. So I have a fresh garlic clove inside of here. I'm going to go ahead and just, press down in there.
Now,
get that
Ausar,
fresh garlic in there.
with that garlic press, do you feel like it's really I'm always like, am I team garlic press or team just chopping it up? Can you make the case for the garlic press?
I like the press because that way I don't have to peel the skin off the garlic. You can put the garlic clove right in there with the skin on, and the skin doesn't come through the fine holes, and it just gets pressed right out. So I'm team on garlic press.
Okay.
I prefer to use it. Okay, so we got some nice caramelization happening with those onions and the shrimp. You see, the shrimp they don't take very long to cook at all. And one of the keys to making shrimp the right way is not to overcook it. So once you see them slightly curling up, I'm going to go ahead and remove that shrimp from the pan. So those are done. That first stage is done. So right here, I have my onions and garlic in there. What I'm going to do is take some white wine and just deglaze the pan.
Ooh, I can hear the magic
pan
happening there.
Got the pan deglaze. I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary. And I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta in there.
And the nice thing about starting the shrimp in that same pan with the onions and everything, you get the essence of shrimp happening.
There you go. I'm going to put some butter in there. And I had some cream.
We're that close already? You get to add the cream? Wowzers.
There you go. So you got the cream in there, and I'm going to take some fresh lemon juice. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that in there.
Wow.
And I'm going to throw that lemon in there all together. See, with a lot of recipes, sometimes you take the pasta and the pasta is dunked in hot water, then thrown into the dish. In this particular dish, you just take the pasta that's cold, it's cooked al dente, which means it has a little bite to it still, and you throw it right into the cold into the cold liquid and let it heat up. And while it heats up, it's going to absorb the cream
heating up
and the white wine.
up.
That's good. There you go. Now I'm going to add some shaved Parmesan cheese to that. I have some Himalayan sea salt and some cracked black pepper. I'll go ahead and sprinkle some of that in there.
I need a bib. My mouth is watering.
And then all we're doing at this stage, we're letting it all marry and come together. And another one of the keys to making this dish and any other dish for that case is fresh herbs. A lot of times people go to the store and they get the dried herbs. Let's say they get some dried rosemary or thyme. You're not going to get the same pop of flavor as you would using fresh herbs. So that's one of the trade secrets is to try to utilize fresh herbs whenever you can, because what the difference between the fresh herbs and those dried, I like to call them the lawnmower grass, the grass in the bag that's dried up. That's what I like to call it. The difference between the fresh herbs and the lawnmower grass is those essential oils that's in the fresh herbs. It's still something living. You can't get those oils out of that.
Same
we
thing
got
with the
that.
cheese, right, Azar? If
There you go, yeah.
that shredded cheese doesn't taste near as good as one you do
No
yourself.
way, Bill. Bill, you can be my sous chef now. You've been
No,
on
I've just
segments
been
with me
paying
so
attention in
long.
class.
He knows
You got it
cheese.
now. So there you go. So we got that all marrying well. So I'm going to take the shrimp now and add it back into it. So that's all coming together.
Did you already
And
put
I'm
the
gonna take
pasta
some-
in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was
I
too
put
busy
the pasta
drooling.
already went in. Pasta, I'm going to go ahead and add some
He's
parsley
almost done.
to the top. Yeah, the dish doesn't take long at all. It's coming together.
I think I phased out. What kind of pasta are we using? Was it penne?
We use fettuccine in this particular
I don't
dish.
know where I went. That's going to be awesome.
It's okay. All right. So right now we're getting ready to wrap it up. I'm just letting that finalize, letting it thicken up a little bit more, and that's it. So it doesn't take long at all. As you can see, we did that in a short period of time. And the thing is, with these dishes, right when it's hot, it may look like it's a little bit creamier or a little bit looser than you actually want it to be. But that's where you want it to be, because when it cools down, it's going to thicken up a little bit more. So whenever you're making a dish that has a cream base to it, if right when it's done, it's at the exact viscosity. Viscosity is like the thickness that you're looking for. If it's at that exact viscosity you're looking for, right when the dish is complete, when it cools down where it's not burning someone's mouth to eat it, it's probably going to be too thick. So when it looks like it's a slightly, little bit too thin, that's probably right where you want it to be, because when it cools down, it's going to tighten up a little bit more. So what we're going to do now is I have this nice little fancy shaped bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and do the plate up. So very simply,
When it's
Let me go
chin
ahead.
dribble viscosity, that's the temperature of
That's
eating.
what you want.
Yeah.
Azar is such a great teacher as well. You know, it's like, it makes me think I could actually do this, which I know I couldn't.
oh yes, you
But
definitely
every
can do
time
it,
you
Bill.
finish, I went, oh, maybe I could. Maybe I could. It's like listening to a great jazz musician. Oh, I can play that on a saxophone. No, I can't. But yeah, thanks for that, Azar.
we were so wrapped up in talking, we didn't have the spinach in it. So I'm just gonna do a quick little dunk. That's not gonna take any time at all, because it's so much residual heat in that pasta that it just wilts it right down. So it's perfect. And then the sun-dried tomatoes right at the end.
So,
That's
those,
it. So you
so
see-
you could almost treat those as optional, but I guess those are what make it
Yeah,
Tuscan.
that's it. There's enough heat. Yeah, Tuscan, and it's a limited amount of ingredients. So you see, we didn't do anything. I just tossed it in there, and the heat from the pasta itself just pretty much wilted that down and cooked it. So we're good right here to go.
Azar, if we weren't being fancy with shrimp, could we do chicken?
Chicken, you could do chicken. You could do, if you wanted to use salmon, you could utilize salmon.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to just use all vegetables, let's say we wanted to utilize portobellos, we can do that. So it's versatile in that sense that you can pretty much do whatever you like with it.
Love
Now we're
it.
going to just sprinkle a little cheese on
there's
that.
a little cheese.
Little
Put a bunch
cheese.
on there. Yeah, there it goes.
And then they got some parsley.
You
There
are
you have it.
so wonderful, sir. Thank you again and again and again and again. Yeah, it won't come through.
You're welcome.
It doesn't come through
Hard
the
as I
camera.
tried. Azar, thank you so much. Great demonstration. I think
You're
you could do it,
welcome.
Mr. Bevan.
Okay, yeah, right. I can.
Bill, you
Sure.
definitely-
Oh,
you
yeah, I can
definitely
do
can
that
do
one.
it.
All right, if you
Bill,
want to try,
you
for more
definitely can.
information on the catering services that Chef Ausar provides, or if you are looking for this recipe to try yourself, you're going to find the details on our show website by 3 p.m. today at WTVR.com/VTM. Stay tuned. There's more Virginia This Morning coming up after a quick break, including Everywhere You Are.